Well, as we get you out the door this morning, again, more of that quiet, more of that mild weather that we've been tracking looks to be in store as we get you into this afternoon. We're going to wake up to some clouds, but we'll move them out of the way by this afternoon, and that'll help us get those temperatures back into the 50s across mid-Missouri. There's a look at some of that cloud cover just passing on through, maybe a spot sprinkle up around Paris or Vandalia, but most of us, the rest of us, going to be staying dry as we get into this morning. By tonight, here come the clouds as we move ahead into the overnight hours. By 6 o'clock, you notice that shield starting to work its way off toward the south. Now, toward tomorrow afternoon, going to be tracking at least a chance to pick up some showers, especially north of I-70. That's not the issue. It's when these temperatures start to fall back below freezing closer toward about 9 o'clock. That's why we've issued that weather alert day. It's looking pretty likely that we're going to be dealing with some accumulating snow late Friday night into Saturday morning. You can see some of those darker blues mixed in there with some of those heavier snow bands trying to set up, as well as some of that snow continues to push off toward the south by Saturday afternoon into the evening hours. Again, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch that we're dealing with this snowfall, and that's going to give it a chance to add up out there. The one thing that might be standing in its way is a little bit of dry air. A lot of times we talk about this when some of this moisture starts to push back in. And as it initially does tomorrow afternoon and evening, I showed you some of those spotty showers, especially north of I-70. They might run into some dry air, so we're not expecting a ton out of those. They're likely going to fall into that dry layer and then have some issues. So anything that does make it's going to be fairly light in nature. But watch this. As we go forward into the overnight hours, that's where we're going to be picking up most of our snow. And it's going to be a wet snow. It's different than that last system we were tracking, that fine, powdery snow. This isn't going to be it. It's going to be that stuff that's good for snowballs, snowmen, good for back pain as well as you shovel some of those driveways. It's going to be a little bit tougher to do so. Here's the latest look at Snow Tracker. And again, don't necessarily get married to these ideas or these numbers just yet, but about 3 to 4 inches is probably what we're looking at for most of us across mid-Missouri. The higher amounts likely in some of our northernmost counties. We'll continue to fine-tune those, but going forward, regardless of whether we get 3 or 4, maybe some isolated spots a little bit more than that, going to be seeing some issues on the roadway. So again, that's why we've got the confidence now to issue that weather alert day for your Saturday. Likely going to be seeing those issues just about all day long, and then we'll fall down to about 12 degrees for an overnight low, so it's going to be even cooler Saturday night. But we try to bounce back on Sunday, back to about the freezing mark, some sunshine, and into the upper 30s on Martin Luther King Jr. Day.